y'all, but we've got so much information to cover. We will open it back up as we go. But we're gonna lock it for now just to make sure we get through all of this super important info. So first of all, welcome back. Welcome back, GCA students. We've got about 250 people in this room. And I am so excited that you are spending your Friday with me. My name is Jess O'Kelly. I am the new principal of the Georgia Cyber Academy High School. And I am super excited about this year and about having y'all here. So that said, let's go ahead and get started. So our agenda for this session today, the time that we're going to spend here today, is we're going to start with a welcome and overview. Hey, other administrators, if you could not click the slides, that would be great. I'll manage the slides myself. I don't want it jumping around. So the welcome and overview with me, I'm going to give you an overview of the session. Okay. And then we're going to go through some behavior expectations with Dr. William Screws, who is our assistant principal. And then the different curriculum assistant principals will go over their curriculum info for the group. And then they'll tell you about the different courses that we have at the high school, what you can expect in your courses, what's required. You will get to meet your individual teachers in their classes next week. So we'll also talk about that later on in this session. We're going to go over some information on gifted education and special education here for the high school this year. We'll tell you about getting involved and the different extracurricular opportunities that are available to you. And then at the end, I'll go through what to expect during your first week of school this year. So let me see some smiley faces. If you are ready to go, show me a smiley face if you're ready to go. Awesome. Y'all look ready. Let's do this. All right. So like I said, my name is Jess O'Kelly, and I am the principal here at Georgia Cyber Academy. Y'all see what's going on with my slides here? If y'all could, nobody click the slides for me. Okay, and our mission and vision is that Georgia Cyber Academy will provide an interactive virtual learning environment designed to support individualized and differentiated student-centered educational experiences, serving students, that's you guys, from kindergarten through the 12th grade. Obviously, this session is just for our 9th through 12th graders. And our high school is trying to provide you guys with a really individual and differentiated experience this year. We've taken some big steps to make that possible, and I'm really excited to tell you about that today. So let's talk about where we're going this year. These are some of our priorities as a high school. And so I know as students, you're like, what even is this? But this is going to tell you a little bit about what our areas are that we're really focusing on serving you guys and making sure that you have a great year. So first, we want to close achievement gaps by meeting the diverse needs of all learners. You guys are all so unique, so special, and so important to us. And we want to make sure that every single one of you has what you need to be successful this year. We also want to improve our interim assessment and milestone scores through high impact instructional practices. So what that means is that in your classes, you're going to have all these great opportunities to interact, to engage, to demonstrate higher order thinking, and really to push yourselves to deeper levels of learning. So you're going to see some new strategies in your classes, and we are really excited to share those with you. And then we're going to be working on improving staff, parent, and student perceptions and culture. We are so excited that you chose GCA for your education. And so we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that you just love being a part of our school. So that is our big goal this year, is to make sure that those of you who are here love being here and that you want to stay here. So that is our big driving goal. So I do want to review with you our bell schedule for this year. I've got bell in quotation marks because obviously there's not a bell ringing in your house. And so we do have this 7-period day that we're working on, where we're going to be serving you guys this year. So students are going to be scheduled for, many of y'all will have 6 periods of live class, and then a 7th period to kind of catch up on your work, and to go through and to study, to get ahead. And then for some of you, that's when you'll have your credit recovery, or you'll have other support classes built in to your school day. So the times are going to be the same as they have been from previous years. And so those interventions and supports are going to be built directly into your schedule. So when I'm done with this slide, we're going to pause for just a second so that I can try to figure out what's going on with the with this PowerPoint. So I may switch over to a screen share since it's being a little bit sassy with me here today. So one thing I do want to talk to you guys about is that homeroom is required for all students. Every single one of you that is in this room, you're going to have a homeroom every day from 8 to 8:20, and it is required for you. There is so much important information that comes out in that homeroom. And you'll also be doing career planning, course planning, talking about graduation stuff. So that is a really important time of the day, and we need all of you to be there. And I may have skipped over this, but I want to make sure everyone knows you've got an hour every day to eat your lunch and take a break. That's a time to walk your dog. That's a time to, sneak in a quick nap and a sandwich. But you've got 1 hour every day for your lunch. So right now I'm going to stop my presentation, and I'm going to switch over to screen sharing. While I do that, I'm going to open the chat back up for y'all so that while I'm doing this, you can put in the chat the best and coolest and most fun thing that you did this summer. So tell me in the chat, what was your favorite thing that you did this summer? And just give me 1 sec, and I'm going to stop this PowerPoint and screen share. So many fun things that y'all did this summer. Okay, I see someone asked, is 7th period required? Yes, it is. Okay, y'all let me know. Are you seeing my screen? Are y'all seeing my PowerPoint? Yes, perfect. Thanks, guys. Oh, I love y'all. You're the best. Oh, thanks, guys. All right, I'm going to shut the chat down again so that I can keep focusing on where we're going, because otherwise I'm going to get so distracted trying to talk to you guys because you're so cool. All right, so something that we want to keep you aware of this year is the webcam and engagement expectations. So you can be asked to put your webcam on anytime, y'all. So we need you to be dressed and in an appropriate learning environment for all of your classes so that you can use your webcam. So be ready for that. We're going to be using these more and more in our classes so that we can get to know you. We want to see your faces, and we want to see how you do your hair and get to know you. And to be able to do that, we want the webcams on. So we are going to be, of course, requiring webcam use for many of our assessments and other class activities, those interim assessments, map tests next week. You are going to need to have your webcams on for that. But we're also going to start using the webcams for some other times during our lessons, so that you can show us what you're doing and what you're working on. And as we talk about this concept of engagement, learning really is a two-way street. And teachers need to deliver quality instruction, and students have to engage in order to learn. So we really want this to be something that we are all a part of. So you've got to come to your classes and don't just be there, but really connect with your teachers. You are being super responsive in the chat for me right now, and I love it. Do the same thing for your teachers when you're in class to make sure that you're learning and you're asking questions and you're prepared to be successful in all of your assessments. So I'm now going to turn it over to my colleague, Dr. William Screws. He is our assistant principal for discipline and attendance. And so Dr. Screws is going to tell you guys a little bit about the behavior expectations for this year. So Dr. Screws, are you ready to go?
Can you hear me?
I hear you. All right, I'll turn my mic off and let you go.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful summer. And I'm here today to talk about behavior expectations. The Georgia Cyber Academy has adopted a set of behavior expectations that hold students accountable, meet their individualized needs, and that will produce a positive and safe learning environment. And you may ask yourself, how do we meet these behavior expectations? Well, these behavior expectations are carried out through the following policies and procedures. The first is the Student Code of Conduct. It outlines your rights as a student. Next, we have Student Behavior Guidelines. These guidelines require that all students are respectful to others and towards school property. Virtual classroom behavior explains how you should behave during a live session. Student dress code informs you about dressing appropriately for the learning environment. Bullying. We talk about here at Georgia Cyber Academy about having a zero tolerance for physical and or cyberbullying. Treatment of school property. This one talks about returning property back and also turning equipment back in good working order. Next slide, please. Academic integrity. This talks about the rules around cheating and plagiarism. Responsible use of technology. This talks about how responsible we all have to be when we are on the internet and making sure that we are in the right place, doing the right thing at all times. School-sponsored event and off-campus behavior. Whether we are on field trips, events, gatherings, appropriate behavior, the code of conduct, and following behavior guidelines are still the expectations. Disciplinary actions. This talks about the consequences for misbehavior. Hopefully we won't have any of those this school year. All of these topics are discussed in great detail in the student and parent handbook on pages 69 through 82. Looking forward to a great school year, and that's all I had. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Screws. Could you share with our students the link to that handbook in the chat box? I think they would love to have that. It is on the website, guys, but we want to make sure that everybody's got that handbook and that you know exactly what the expectations are. All right, so now I'm going to hand it over to Miss Victoria Hudson. She is our math curriculum and instruction assistant principal. So Miss Hudson, go ahead and talk to us a little bit about math.
Hello, everyone. We are so excited to have you join us for math. As you think about high school math, I want you to remember this school year that mistakes are welcomed. That's how we learn. That's how we correct our misconceptions. So all of our teachers know we are living by the motto that mistakes are expected, respected, and inspected. And then we will correct those mistakes. So we really are going to honor and we want to hear this school year, your process. This school year, you will be asked in your math classrooms to use what we call process paper. You may have heard the term scratch paper, but your mathematical work, your thoughts, your belief in how to solve this problem isn't scratch paper to us. It is your process. So we will ask you to document your process. We are going to put a great emphasis on your approach to solving the problems and not the final product. So know this is coming. Know where you're going to be in a safe place to share your thoughts, your process, and then we're going to make sure you hear from your other peers about how they've approached problems with multiple representations, and we're going to have great success this year. So on this slide, you will see that my name, Victoria Hudson, I'm serving as the assistant principal of the math curriculum. We have two math curriculum administrators, Ms. Allie Stanley, Ms. Becky Lupo, and we have a great team of 22 math teachers who'll be working with you. You can see all of our courses that are available to you at Georgia Cyber, the graduation requirements, and the curriculum that we use. So we are super excited for a great year. I ask that you bring in a growth mindset this school year to math. No matter your former experience with it, you can do this. You can do math. Everyone can do math, and be ready to show us your process so we can learn from it and we can learn from each other. So I hope you had a great summer. I'm looking forward to working with you. And if I can do anything to support you this school year, I am only an email or a phone call away. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hudson, for telling us about the math department. All right, y'all, I cleared your feedback out. So use your feedback tools for me and show me how you feel about math this year. Are we getting a big smile, little smile, sad face? Rabbit, you were like ready, charging ahead. Turtle, kind of slowly approaching your math. How do we feel about math this year? Uh-oh, I see some sad faces. Okay, feeling kind of okay. Benjamin's okay. Bianca is ready for it. Daniel's a little nervous. David's ready to slowly approach. Awesome. Well, we have got some amazing math teachers this year, and we are going to make huge growth in your math skills in a way you have never seen before. So I'm going to hand it over now to Miss Sarah Moody, who is our assistant principal of English curriculum and instruction. And she is going to tell you about what your excellent English teachers have in store for you.
Good morning, guys. I'm so excited to be here with you and serving as the assistant principal in the English department this year. We are excited for all the things that we get to experience together. I always feel like English is an adventure and a journey because we get to visit so many places and go through so many experiences as we travel through literature together. And I am convinced that everyone can love reading if they find what they love. And so our goal this year is to introduce you to so many different genres of literature, different types of writings, so that hopefully you can take those steps toward loving literature if you don't already. We're also going to explore so many different types of writing. I know that a lot of you love writing already. You guys share wonderful poetry and short stories and novels with your English teachers every year that you're writing outside of class. And so we are so excited to work with you to continue to grow those skills and to develop our ability to write and express ourselves, because the written word is not just like, let me write an essay and turn in a paper, but it's expressing ourselves and our thoughts and ideas and really sharing who we are. So we're excited to go on that journey with you this year. We have 24 excellent English teachers. We're getting on that alliteration with your magnificent math teachers. And they are so excited to start this school year. They have been working so hard to set up your classes, and they are ready to meet you guys. So we are ready for Monday. There are 4 core English content courses: 9th grade Lit, World Lit, American Lit, and Multicultural Lit. And we also offer electives in the English department: journalism, public speaking, creative writing. We offer AP, Lit, and Lang, and we're offering and co-teaching a SAT prep class this year. We offer honors in our 9th World and American Lit classes as well. And so we have a lot for you guys to dive into and experience this year. The American Literature course is the one English course that has an end of course milestone test this year. And we'll be using Edgenuity as our primary curriculum. So we're excited to get started with you, and we're so excited that you're here on this Friday and ready to jump in with us on Monday.
Thank you so much, Miss Moody, for telling us about our excellent English teachers. So guys, I am going to unlock the group chat for 1 second, and I want you to tell me in the chat if you are most excited about reading or writing in your English class this year. What are you most excited about? Ready, go. Are you more excited about reading or writing? Both. I love it. Both. Reading, writing, both. Reading, writing, both. I am loving all these people who say both. All right, so for bonus points, are you most Miss Moody? Someone's excited about Miss Moody. Me too, y'all. So tell me now for bonus points, what are you excited to read and write about? Are you excited about fiction, nonfiction, poetry, plays, Greek? Ooh, look at that. Fiction, anything, poetry. Got some, mythology, fantasy, writing a narrative essay. Miss Moody, you need to find that kid. Everything. Our history. Oh, I love all this enthusiasm in the chat. Your teachers are just going to love this. You're bringing so much great energy. Ooh, you want to write good horror. Who doesn't love a good emotional intelligence? Look at you guys. All right, I'm going to lock the chat back down. Sorry. Boop, locked it. Yeah, right? Someone did say Minecraft. And you know what? If reading about Minecraft is what gets you reading, I am here for it. So we are now going to hand it over to Miss Jenny Hale, our social studies assistant principal. And she's going to tell you guys about all the cool things that we have in store for you in our social studies department this year. Take it away, Mrs. Hale.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. My name is Jenny Hale, and I am the social studies assistant principal for our department. And I suppose that I should continue with the alliteration, and I should have put on the slide that we have 24 stupendous social studies teachers in our department as well. So I head up that department, but we also have Ms. Mary O'Neill and Ms. Jessica Beer, who serve as curriculum administrators, and then our 24 stupendous social studies teachers that you will be working with this year. How many of you have been watching the Olympics? Oh my goodness, I hope that you have, because I've been glued to the Olympics. Like, I love it. It's so much fun. I hope that you're paying attention, because you can learn so much about our world just by watching the Olympics. Okay, of course we're cheering for the United States. Yeah, we want them to win gold medals. But if you watch and pay attention, you'll see that you can learn a lot just from people's names, from the clothing that they wear. Sometimes on TV, they'll show you like a little behind the scenes about where these people are from, what languages they speak, what food they eat. And of course, you can learn a lot about the host country. Can anybody put in the chat which country is hosting the Olympics right now? Japan. Very good. It's taking place in Tokyo. So that's awesome. I hope you're paying attention to that, because in social studies, we want you to learn about the world. Okay. Of course, we want you to learn about mountains and valleys and rivers and the names of countries and the capitals and all that stuff. That's geography. We also want you to learn about the people and the cultures. That's part of geography too. Did you know that? And then, of course, we learn about the history. Why do we need to learn about history? Well, because we need to understand what's happened in the past to connect it with what's happening today. So it's very important that we learn all of these things. So we have some great social studies courses for you. You might take world geography, current issues, world history, U.S. history, American government, economics. And then, of course, we have our electives as well, psychology and sociology. So there's a lot of awesome courses that we offer in the social studies department. Okay. Now you can see on the screen there, the classes that are required for graduation: world history, US history, econ, and American government. We do have honors and AP classes if you're interested in that, in all of our basic content areas. So if you're interested in that, that's not something that you're already involved in, you can definitely talk to your teacher or your counselor about that. We do have a required end of course test in social studies. Everybody has to take the end of course test in US history. It's very important. Okay. So whenever you take US history, you will also take the end of course test in that class. And it's an awesome class. Our teachers are amazing. They'll get you prepared for that exam. Okay. And then our curriculum is brand new this year, and it's called HMH. And you guys, it's super interactive, really fun. You're going to love getting in there and not only reading about all of these great topics, but interacting. There's a lot of great stuff you can click on and do and be involved in. It's not boring, just, oh, I got to read about dead people. Nobody cares about that, right? You will, I promise. Your teachers are going to make you love it. All right. I hope you enjoy being in your social studies classes. I encourage you to participate, get involved. There's lots of opportunity for discussion in social studies because we want you to talk about what's going on in the world. And we want you to understand how we got here today. Okay. So enjoy. Thanks for letting me share with you a little bit about it.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Hale, for telling us all about the social studies department. Y'all don't tell her this. She'll be so disappointed in me. I have not watched a single minute of the Olympics yet. Not 1 minute of the Olympics.
I'm turning my camera back on so I can give you some shame.
Uh-oh, she caught me, guys. So in the chat, tell me, what's your favorite Olympic event? What do you guys like to watch in the Olympics? Tell us in the chat. Ooh, fencing, archery, gymnastics, swimming. Very cool. Mrs. Chase, you can your mic is picking up some of the dings here from the chat. Gymnastics, horses, weightlifting, surfing. Y'all, I think you're getting me kind of excited. I feel like I'm going to need to catch back up on the Olympics. I haven't watched it all. Okay, I'm going to clear the chat here, or clear the feedback. Let me see if you have not watched a single Olympic event. Give me a thumbs down. Give me a thumbs down to tell me if you have not watched any Olympic events. Okay, so there are a couple people in here with me who just have not had the time. You're clueless. That's what Twitter's for. Okay, Dorothy hasn't watched any. Aaron and Andrea, Ethan. Two Ethans have not watched any. Just not a fan. Yeah, guys, I've just been busy. Oh, it is a beautiful city. It is a beautiful city. All right, I'm going to lock the chat down on you again because I'm so mean. And let's jump over. Now we're going to look at our science curriculum. So Mrs. Zimmerman is our science curriculum and instruction assistant principal. She's popped her webcam on. There she is. She is going to tell you guys everything you need to know about science at GCA High School.
Hello and welcome. I'm so excited to talk to you about the science department today. I also missed the memo about the how we were wording this. So it says our fantastic science teachers, we'll call them our super science teachers. There are 23 science teachers as well as 2 administrators that you names that you might hear throughout the school year regarding your science courses, and that is Miss Carrillo and Miss Nix. And we are so excited. We are introducing some new things this year. We have some really awesome new interactive lab platforms to show you guys. We've spent last year and this summer really, really diving into all kinds of options, virtual options that are out there for labs. And I think we found a really, really cool one that you guys are going to absolutely love. And you're going to see in all of your classes. Yes, virtual labs. So fun. So as far as science goes, you guys will all take 4 credits throughout high school. Everyone is required to take biology. So you've either taken it or you will take it. And that's our EOC course. And then everyone takes either physical science or physics. And then you have 2 additional science credits as well. Oh, and my dog's trying to say hi. Look, he sits back there in his chair. saying hi. He sat up because I got excited. Okay, and then you'll take 2 additional science credits as like science electives, kind of. You'll pick 2 of these courses. You could take anatomy and physiology if you're interested in like maybe having a job in opening the chat so everyone can say hi to the dog. Say hi, Bear. Bear. Oh, he got excited. So if you're interested in the medical field, we have an anatomy and physiology class, which is so cool. We have chemistry. We're bringing earth systems back to you guys. It was a course we used to offer that we haven't in several years, and we're really excited to bring it back. Environmental science. We have a forensic science option where you learn, all the cool CSI type stuff. And then, of course, your physical science and your physics. So we are so excited to really dive in, to really explore, to investigate, to, not just ask what's happening, but to really take it a step further and let's explain why. Let's ask questions and let's investigate and collect evidence and write a hypothesis and those types of things. So we're so excited for you to join us in your science classes this year.
Thank you, Mrs. Zimmerman, and thank you to Bear for making an appearance. So guys, I know that everybody's got kind of a weird scientific fun fact that they happen to know. Everyone has those random bits of trivia and information. In the chat, tell me a science fun fact. See who can tell me something that I don't already know. Drop some science fun facts in the chat for me. Let's see who knows something I don't know. Cockroaches like earwax. Did not know that. Male seahorses give birth. Did not know that. Just like that, you've forgotten science. That can happen. The cornea of the eye is the only part of the body that doesn't have a blood supply. I didn't know that. What? Look at all these science fun facts. Only 5% of the ocean has been explored. Wow. Horned lizards spray blood from their eyes. What? Chicken heart type of dinosaurs. I don't believe that. Rhinos' horns are thick hair. What? Well, y'all make sure any science people that are in the room here, please write all this stuff down. Save it. We can use this to teach the rest of the students because this is some pretty cool stuff. Dragons are real. Spencer bringing it home with the most important science fact of the day. Thank you to Spencer. Yes, someone who really gets the science. All right, so now we're going to hand it over to Mrs. Chase, and she is going to tell you about our electives curriculum. Y'all, we have so many different electives. You got to choose. If you are a returning student, you get to choose your electives last year. And so she's going to tell you what all is included in the electives program here at GCA. So take it away, Mrs. Chase.
Hello. Welcome, families. My name is Mrs. Chase. I am here serving as a curriculum and instruction assistant principal for the electives department. A special welcome to all of my 9th and 10th grade families. You may remember me, my kings and queens, from middle school teaching the computer science course. I am so happy to be at the high school this year. Yay! So I have the honor and the esteemed pleasure to work with Mrs. Kaminsky and Dr. Henchy as they are working with 31 amazing educators, 29 different courses being taught, 2 rigorous curriculums, E-Dynamic and FLVS, and 1 mission, career and college readiness with a healthy lifestyle. So in my department, in GCA Department for Electives, we are teaching visual arts for all my artists and graphic designers out there. SAT prep to make sure that you are well prepared to sit for the SAT, tools for college, physical education and health, woo, world language, Spanish, hola, and French, bonjour. That's all you can get from me. And we also have our CTAE pathways. We have eight career pathways. Most schools may only have 2 pathways. So my families at GCA, you are in store for 8 different career pathways that your scholar can choose from. Business and technology, business accounting, personal services, web and digital design, game design, computer science, teaching as a profession, and marketing management. Families, these are high demand jobs that we are preparing our students to be ready directly out of high school. Perfect. And then the next slide will also talk about your graduation requirements. Your high school counselors will talk more in depth about your requirements that's needed, but you do need 8 credits in order to walk across that stage and turn that tassel. So you have at least 1 health and physical education course. You can have a combination of 3 CTAE world language or fine arts course. And then you can have 4 additional elective. And that can also include the CTAE pathways. So my 9th graders, as you are thinking about your next step, I highly encourage you to think about our CTAE pathways because that will give you some esteem, recognition as you walk into the next phase of your life. And my students who know you are going to college, you must have at least 2 years of world language. You cannot do Spanish and French. You have to have 2 of the exact same language if you plan on attending college. That is one of the requirements for you to attend college. So start thinking about which language do you want to learn and pursue as you finish or as you go about your high school career. So once again, it was a pleasure seeing so many familiar names. I would look forward to speaking with you. And I'm just an email and a phone call away. So thank you, families.
Yay, thank you, Mrs. Chase. All right, guys. Ooh, I'll let her get that mic off. There we go. All right, I am going to open the chat back up. Tell me about the coolest elective class you have taken. What is your favorite elective class that you have taken so far? Chat is open. Tell me. Art, band, French, health, computer science, PE, business and technology, photography. Oh my goodness. Summer break was your favorite elective. Rec games, coding, computer science principles, lunch, sure. Spanish, game design, photography, drama. Computer science, digital design, and game design. I saw that someone's favorite elective was noodles.
These are high demand, high paying jobs, Jess. I cannot wait for our students to start their journey.
I love it. Is eating an elective? No, not yet. Not yet, but we will work on adding that to our offerings. I appreciate that feedback. All right, so now I'm going to stop the chat for just a second to give you all a moment to pause and reflect. And I want you to tell me which of your electives you're most excited about for this school year. What elective? You should all be in 2, 3, maybe 4, depending on whether you're taking a semester elective, and tell me just the one class. I want one response from each of the 400 kiddos in this room. One word, one class. What is the elective you are most excited about this year? Go. Speech and psychology and computer science and game design and art, psychology again, Spanish. Oh, I love it. Government because politics. Don't have one because you're excited about all of them, I assume. also saw journalism in there. Oh, y'all are the coolest. And you're so excited about your electives. Awesome. All right, I'm shutting the chat back down again because as previously stated, just so mean. Oh, just so mean. I am not muted. My little mic is green, so should be working. All right, so now we're going to talk about our gifted program and special education. So I'm going to hand it over to Miss Jenny Hale again. Y'all remember her. She's the Olympics lady, and she is going to tell you about what we have to offer you in terms of our gifted education program.
Lady, I'll take it, but I'm definitely not an Olympian. I will tell you that. No athletic bone in my body. All right, so I do serve as the point of contact for gifted and advanced placement in the advanced school. So one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is the gifted program. If you are interested in being in the gifted program, or parents would like for you to be gifted tested, or a teacher thinks that you need to be tested for the gifted program, we will send out information about that referral process later in the fall. And your parent can recommend you, or your teacher can recommend you. And then we go through and we look and make sure that everybody meets the qualifications. And then those students who are eligible will be contacted about gifted testing. Okay. But that will open up later in the fall. So just pay attention to your email about that communication. And then our advanced placement program, if you've ever heard of AP courses, this is what we're talking about. AP courses are rigorous, high stakes courses in each content area that we offer here at GCA. So we have math AP courses, science, social studies, ELA, all of them offer AP courses. These courses are no joke, you guys. So if you are in an AP course, or you're considering taking an AP course, make sure that you know exactly what the requirements are, and that you're prepared for those requirements. There's a lot of wonderful things about taking an AP course because the rigor is so high and strong. You can also earn college credit for passing the AP exam at the end of the school year. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely talk to your counselor about that. The AP test takes place in May every year. All of the AP tests are given in May, but registration for the AP exam happens in the fall. So again, pay attention to your email. If you're already going to take an AP course, you're already scheduled for that, pay attention to your email. You'll get something from me about registering for the AP exam. So just be on the lookout for that. We want all of our students to participate in the gifted program or advanced placement. If you're not quite ready for advanced placement, we also offer honors level courses in all of our content areas. So that's something you may want to consider as well as a stepping stone to AP. But if you have any questions, again, you can reach out to your counselor about that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Hale, for that information. Y'all may be noticing I am in a different location. Did a little switcheroo while she was talking. So I am going to give you guys some info from our special education department. Miss Micah Wood was going to come and share this with y'all today, but she is busy getting classes set up and ready. So I do want to draw everyone's attention to this name right here, Miss Jennifer Anderson. She is our parent mentor. So if you are a student enrolled in a special education course, or if you're in here and you're the parent of a student in a special education course, you can reach out to Miss Anderson by sending an email to specialeducation@georgiacyber.org. And we will include this PowerPoint with the hyperlink in it and put it back on the website with the recording. So if you are wishing that you had the access to the link, we'll get that to you. No worries, guys. All right, so now Miss Gilliard and I are going to tell y'all a little bit about how you can get involved at GCA this year. We're going to walk through some of the different extracurricular activities that we offer and ways that you as a student can get connected. All right, so I'll go first. I'll give you just kind of some generic information about how to be involved at GCA. So the first and most important thing that you can do is to attend your classes, right? Go to class, engage, and make friends in your classes, answer your teachers' questions, participate when you're in breakout rooms. And if you do that, that is a great way to just get involved and feel connected to the GCA community. It can be so lonely to be at home all day. But if you just follow these steps, you'll feel like you've got so many people around you all the time, even though you might be by yourself in the kitchen. We also encourage you to participate in regional events and outings. And so those are available on our school calendar. We have outings all across the state. We have hundreds every year. We'll, of course, have our big GCA Community Day in the fall. We usually do that every September. So look out for information on that. I'll be, if we do it at all the same places again this year, I'll be at Stone Mountain. So you can come look for me at Stone Mountain. It is one of my favorite days of the year. So make sure that you look at that calendar that's on our website to just stay informed of what different events are happening in your area. And y'all, I cannot encourage you enough to join a club. I know a lot of y'all join clubs because it looks good on your college applications or it looks good on a job resume later, but there's so much more to being in a club than just having a line item when you're going to apply to college. Joining a club also gives you an opportunity to connect with other GCA students and to make friends. And then the last thing you can do to be involved with us is to connect with us on social media. We have all of these different ways that you can connect with us virtually through our Instagram and through our Twitter and through Facebook. And so by doing that, you can submit to be a featured student or to be a featured family. You can see what's going on with other students and in other classes. So we really encourage you guys to take advantage of everything that you have at your fingertips. So I'm going to go ahead and open the chat up for 1 second. And if you have been in a club at GCA, I want you to tell us in the chat what club you have been a part of at our school. Drop me that info in the chat. What clubs have you guys been a part of? Poetry Honor Society, baking, tutoring, gaming, chess, student council, art club. You're new and you haven't been here yet. Well, we've got plenty of options for you. Don't you worry, new friends. We are going to get you connected. Honor Society. 4-H, that's cool. There is a beta club this year. All right, so I am now going to hand it over to Miss Gilliard. She's going to tell you about some of our student leadership and service clubs. So listen up. She's got so much information for you, and we hope that you will consider getting involved in one of these leadership and service clubs this year.
Hello, GCA secondary grades. So good to be here with you. It's super exciting. I am Michelle Gilliard. I am the Family School Partnership Coordinator. Her name, Rose Change. We used to be Family Engagement Coordinators for any of our parents that have attended our meetings in the past. One of my roles this year is all of our student leadership and service clubs. So as you see on the screen, we've got a lot of different clubs that we have planned for you guys coming up this year. Our student council elections to fulfill the remaining positions. Those election process will start around 9/27. You're going to want to be checking your emails, guys, whether it be your Gmail, your Canvas, and for my parents, your personal emails that you're paired with your students, because we will be sending those packets out in a newsletter. We're bringing Student Advisory Council back for some of our 9th through 12th graders, and we'll talk more about that when we get ready to start Student Advisory Council. Beta Club. All right, I definitely saw Beta popping up in National Honor Society. We'll be doing our registrations and invitations. We're going to be restructuring Beta and some of the other honor societies, so we will be doing registrations and invitations for Beta Club this year. That's going to happen around 9/27. So again, take a look for that. And what is Beta Club? So the easiest way I can sum up Beta, and it's a paragraph of words, service. Think about service for your community, service for your schools, service for your immediate community, not just your school community. So think of Beta in that way. National Honor Society is by invitation only. For National Honor Society, you need to be in 10th through 12th grades. We have our National Technical Honor Society. That one is by invitation only. And you have to have at least 3 CTAE pathway completion. So you guys heard about CTAE earlier. In order to get a National Technical Honor Society, you need to have completed at least 3 of your CTAE pathways. We have our National Spanish Honor Society, which will be by invitation. FBLA, so that's our Future Business Leaders of America. We are starting that up this year here at Georgia Cyber Academy, and information on that and registration will be coming out around the 27th. Student Leadership Club information via your Student Leadership Monthly newsletter, and that's the name. And I wanted to show off this t-shirt, and actually kind of move into the camera without looking like I'm really doing crazy stuff here. This t-shirt are some of your fellow peers from our student council at Georgia Cyber Academy attended the National Student Council Conference over the summer, and they got these nifty t-shirts. But on top of that, because they participated so well, took notes, uploaded their notes, they actually received digital badges that they're going to be able to use in their email signatures from National Student Council as a student leader. So I'm super excited. I could talk for hours about our clubs, but just know that my intent for you, for the parents and for the students, are to create clubs where we're going to give your kids the leadership skills. There will be some leadership curriculum that they will be doing. They will have all types of workshops, conferences, national conferences. So we're going to do it big. We're going to show how clubs should be done, our service clubs, especially here at Georgia Cyber Academy. So again, thank you so much. Look for those emails near the end of September, because we want to give you guys time to get acclimated into your classes before we start some of those service and leadership ones. So thank you again, Ms. Chess. You guys have a good rest of your day. Oh, let me just say really quick for Jenny Hale, Gabby Douglas, I know she didn't perform this year, but Gabby Douglas was one of our keynote speakers for the National Student Council Conference over the summer. So that was exciting. The kids got an opportunity to ask her questions. It was a lot of fun. So again, thanks again, guys.
That is very cool. That is very cool. Thank you so much for telling us about our great clubs. She is an incredible gymnast, a very talented gymnast. While we're talking about Gabby Douglas, and we've had this kind of Olympics theme going on here. I'm going to open up the chat, and in the chat, I want you to tell me, if you met an Olympian, what one question would you ask them? So if you were meeting Gabby Douglas, or if you were meeting one of these other awesome athletes, what one question would you ask an Olympian? Tell me in the chat. Are you vegan? It's a good question to ask an Olympian. How do you do that? What did it cost? How do you stay calm? Do your feet hurt? What's your daily routine? How much money do you make? Ooh, what's your motivation? Key to your success? How did it all start? Do you enjoy it? How did you get to this point? Have you always wanted to be an Olympian? Did you ever get hurt? What do you eat? Why and how? Oh, what advice would you give to us? You know, I wonder a lot too if they ever get tired of this stuff. Like, do you think Michael Phelps ever got tired of just lap after lap after lap after lap? I would love to know how they stay that focused and that passionate. Ooh, if they were happy. You would ask an Olympian if this session is recorded. It absolutely is recorded. I think an Olympian would love to talk to you about that. Recovering from an injury. How much do you sleep, right? How do these people have time to sleep? Awesome. So I'm locking this chat again so that we can keep on moving. So now I want to tell you guys a little bit about what to expect during the first week of school, because I know that's a question that's here on everybody's mind. What do we do the first week of school? Where am I even going on Monday morning? And what do I do when I get there? So the first week of school, we are starting with homeroom, 8 a.m. every single day. And every single one of our students is required to attend all of their classes during the first week. So It doesn't matter what you've got going on. You are required to be in your GCA classes, every single one, that first week of school. So we are starting with homeroom at 8 a.m. every day. And if you haven't already gotten an email from your homeroom teacher, you will at some point today, just introducing themselves, saying hey, and inviting you to come into their session. So you will start with homeroom every day at 8. All homerooms are going to be doing the exact same thing. It's going to be a consistent experience for all of our high school students. So everybody's got the same stuff going on next week. Homeroom at 8. Map testing is going to happen Monday through Thursday in your homeroom. So you'll log in, they'll welcome you. Hey, welcome to school. Let's talk about some first week of school stuff. And then they're going to jump right into map testing first thing in the morning. You have to take your map test in a live session. You have to take it on the webcam. And y'all, I cannot stress this enough. Don't be late to homeroom. Your teacher's going to be walking through how to get logged in, what to do, and giving you all that information. But if you're late, you're going to come in and be flustered and confused. You're not going to know what to do or how to do it. So you need to log in on time, ready to be on the webcam, and y'all be wearing real clothes. Okay. This is school. Dress appropriately, log in, and be ready to be on that webcam. So then after we finish map testing in the morning, you're going to do orientation sessions with your content classes. So they're going to show you where to get things in your Canvas. They're going to talk to you about their syllabus and what's expected for every single one of your classes. So you're going to get an orientation session for each one. You'll have 2 days of orientation sessions, getting to know your teacher, getting to know the content, getting a tour of where to find everything in Canvas. And this is so important for you guys, especially those of you who might potentially earn flexibility later for your classes. You need to be in these sessions so that you know the expectations and you know where to find all of your information. So that is why this session today, you don't have your teachers in here, because you're going to go through a really in-depth orientation with them next week. So you'll have 2 orientation sessions per class. And then you'll also, in some of your classes, potentially have a pretest. If you have a pretest, guys, it's just going to be a completion grade. We just want to get a feel for where you are and what you already know. You may not have a pretest in all of your classes because some of your teachers are able to get the information that they need from your map assessment. But the good news is that since everyone is required to attend all of their classes next week, if you're in class, you'll know if you have a pretest because they'll tell you. We're not going to sneak a pretest in outside of school hours. You'll take it right there in a live session. Like I said, it's going to be a completion grade. We just want to know what you know. So you don't have to worry. You don't have to study. You don't have to prepare. You get to start the year if you have a pretest in a class with just that freebie 100. Woohoo, I did it. So make sure that you are on time to every class and ready to go. So all of your sessions need to be accessed through Jigsaw, through your Canvas. So you're going to log into Clever, you're going to go into Canvas, and then you'll see your different Jigsaw links within your Canvas. So you're not going to get a link for your class. You're going to have to get it from within Canvas. So your Jigsaw schedule will have everything that you need. And it might still look a little funky right now. This is not a cause for panic, guys. If your schedule doesn't look perfect today, not a cause for panic. We're still working. We'll be working through the weekend to get everything set up and perfect for day 1. So it may look a little weird. Don't worry about it. And like I said, all students are required to attend all classes during the first week of school. So this is a little preview of what the schedule is going to look like during that first week of school. So like I said, you're going to start your day with map. So you've got your homeroom from 8 to 8:20, and then you're just going to jump straight into map testing. So you'll stay right where you are, and we're going to collect that super important data about what you know and what your skill level is. So map testing first thing in the morning. And then at 11, you're going to have a content class. So it's going to be kind of some content, orientation. You'll have your hour for lunch. That's when you go, whew, so glad I'm done with that test. take a little breather, maybe go for a walk, and then you'll have 3 classes on Monday. You'll have your 2, 3, your 7, and then on Tuesday you have your 4, 5, 6. Don't worry, they're going to be in Jigsaw, in order. The time's going to be on there. It's going to say what period and tell you exactly where to go. And then we'll have some map makeups potentially as needed during the week. And then Friday is the first day of like your real schedule. So that would be a day where you might have a pre-test or you might get started with the actual content of your course. But Friday is your first day where you're like, okay, this is it. And then at the end of the day, Friday, you just lay back and you collapse in a chair and say, whew, I made it through the first week of school. And then week 2, we hit the ground running with completely normal schedule. We're learning, we're following the usual format of our lesson plans. So that's what we've got for week 2. So now that we've kind of gone through all of this information with the 400 something of you that are in here, we are going to do this. We're going to open up some breakout rooms here. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. We're going to open up some breakout rooms. And if you have a question that can be answered by an administrator, you can move into one of the breakouts and we will be there to answer your questions. Some of your questions like, oh no, my schedule looks weird. We can't help you with that today, guys. We're still moving. We're still trying to get everything organized and straightened out. But if you have a question about how do I get involved in a club? Where do I find the link to the events calendar, or how, just a generic back to school type questions, you can jump into one of those breakout rooms and we will be there to answer your questions. But this is not a time for specific questions about your personal schedule. This is not a time for questions about maybe an IEP or your graduation requirements. But if you have a generic back to school question, we would love to answer those for you. So I'm going to stop the recording here.